What is up, guys? Proper Truth here. First off, I want to say my apologies. I'm being absent for like another 2-3 weeks. It's just I'm back at the military base. I'm doing all this making up stuff I gotta do, so bear with me, guys, until that's all settled. I can come back and do a lot more videos, give you all the videos you guys have been wanting. So my apologies on that. So let's get straight to the point, guys. First off, I want to thank and give a shout out to everybody that went to Philly regionals. My Team Truth did go, and I want to give a shout out to the people that recognized Omega. Like Omega, you got to do a couple of autographs, and like you felt great. And I just want to thank you guys for the love and support that you guys are giving to the channel. Like that really inspired me, and I wasn't even there. Like, I'm on base and Omega is calling me and telling me, yo, I'm signing autographs, deck boxes. You know, he even played against a fan of his that was like, he was like frozen when he saw Omega. So thank you for that. There was even another guy that played True King 6 Sams that Omega's build, and I was just like, wow, that's insane. He was actually undefeated for a while. I don't think he topped, but he was undefeated for a while till like the 5th round, I think it was. But that was awesome. That, you know, he had a great time. GG had a great time. Everybody that went from Team Truth had an awesome time. But I just want to say that and thank you guys for that. Let's get straight to this deck profile that I'm going to be giving you guys, and that's going to be the Mekk-Knight Kaiju Invoke Brilliant. You know what? Let's just say Brilliant Mekk-Knights. Like, it's my build. Omega has his Invoke Mekk-Knights. I have my Brilliant Mekk-Knights, and it's awesome. It has Kaijus and the Invokes in it, but it's awesome. I like it. You get an additional normal summon. You search an Invoke. Like, you get, it's busted. I played it. I love it, and I'm still playing it now. And now that I finally got my own Ashes, thanks to Omega. Thank you for that, bro. I appreciate that. He picked them up for me this weekend. So let's just get straight to the deck profile, guys. But before we do, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel, show some love to Team Truth and this channel by hitting that subscribe button down below and that notification button as well for future upcoming videos. You guys ready? Let's go. Alright, guys, so let's get straight to it. So just to let you guys know, this is my perspective on this build. You guys can build it the way you want to build it, but let's get straight to it. So first up, 3 Nightfalls. I like Nightfall. It's pretty much your rotor of the deck. It's either plays turns or quick effect, so you can pretty much tag out. So like if they're gonna like try to do something to your Nightfall, you can actually just chain quick effect, tag out, and boom, search for a Mekk-Knight right out your deck. It's pretty cool. Don't forget, guys, because I have some people say, you know, are you gonna activate, banish, and then search, and then people like, oh, you can't even, I can't Ghost Orb. The cost is to target, and your opponent or you, if you're going up against him, you can Ghost Ogre this guy, because the first thing you're doing is targeting, and then your opponent has to respond to it. So definitely 3. I think he's like the heart of the deck. I love this guy. This guy is awesome. So 3 Nightfalls. This is I've seen people playing 3 Blue Skies. I like Blue Sky. He's also your rotor of the deck based on how many cards is in your opponent's column when you summon him in that column. But I think 2 is fine. I like it at 2. I tried it at 3. I have the 3rd one with me, so sometimes I go back and forth. But I rather just play 2 for right now. I think it's alright. Like, usually he's the last Mekk-Knight you're gonna summon, because you're gonna go Nightfall, tag out, search Eclipse. If Blue Sky's in your hand, then you're gonna pretty much go activate, look for Eclipse, special summon Eclipse, move Eclipse, and then summon Blue Sky where Eclipse and Nightfall was at before. So just 2 Blue Skies so for now. Next up, I play 2 Eclipse. I had it at 1 at one point, but then I was like, you know what, let me put it at 2, and so far so good. He's the maneuverer in the deck. You can target any Mekk-Knight and just move him to another monster zone. So that's very important, especially when he gives you the place to open up your zone. So definitely 2. Then I play 1. I'll be honest, I forgot his name. I keep forgetting his name because mine is a misprint, but I think it's Moon. I think Red Moon. But only 1 of him so far. He pops a monster within the column that he's in. So I think he's pretty much useful, but just 1. That I play because I like him. He clears anything that's bigger. That's on that. If your opponent has a monster that's bigger on their board, you can pop him. Or like if you tribute one of their monsters for a kaiju, you put in that column, and then you special summon him, you could pop the kaiju and then possibly go for an OTK from there. So, the only thing is that you gotta banish a Mech Knight out of the grave, so you gotta make sure you have a Mech Knight in the grave to do that. So just one Red Moon or Moon Red, don't even remember his name. So that's it for the Mech Knights. I don't play Yellow Star. I was playing Yellow Star because I didn't have a third Nightfall, so I was like, you know what, let me just put Yellow Star. It is a Mech Knight that pops back row. But for once I got the third Nightfall, it runs a little bit better. You can play Yellow Star. You can play 2 Nightfalls, 2 Blue Skies, and 1 Yellow Star, because I know a lot of people like to clear back rows. We do lose to back row, like we lose to Paleos right off the bat, so it'll be a good idea. Sorry, my neighbor sounds like he's playing the damn piano, if you guys hear that. Next up, off to the invoke, playing 3 Alistairs. You have to. Any invoke deck, you're gonna play 3 Alistairs. If you guys don't know, when he's normal summon or flip summon, you can actually add whatchamacallit, an invocation from your deck into your hand, and then you can send him from your hand to the grave, and he boosts up any fusion monster by what, 1,000 attack and defense. So don't forget that. Then off to the hand traps. Believe it or not, I'm playing 1 Veiler, 2 Ghost Ogres, which so far I like this ratio, and then 2 Ashes. I thought about putting Droll in the deck, but right now we really don't need Droll. And you're only gonna need Droll if you're going up against like Pendulum Magicians, or even sometimes a mirror match. But it really doesn't apply from like something like that. But anyway, 2 Ghost Ogres, 1 Veiler. I was playing 3 Veilers, but that was because I didn't have Ashes. So once I got the Ashes, I decided to play 2 Ashes and 1 Veiler at least. Veiler is really good this format, guys. It's insane. He's the only hand trap that's not once per turn, so you can't go minus. So definitely, you got to play the hand traps. That's a definite. Next up, off to the Kaiju engine. This is pretty much the Kaijus. If you guys already know me with my Cyber Kaijus, this is pretty much my Kaiju line. I love these Kaijus. It's pretty much like the AT&T commercial. They go from little to biggest. So you got to, they clear opponent's board, and you're able to go off from there. Next up, the last monster, Lazuli. Yeah, Lazuli, because I'm playing the Brilliant engine, like I said before. And pretty much, and believe it or not, it's been stuck in my hand at one point. And then I'll go, it's sad, because if you draw this, your Brilliant Fusion is dead. However, I summon this, and I summon Linkuriboh off it, and then set a card right underneath Linkuriboh, and then I actually had a spot from right there to summon a Mech Knight. So sometimes sometimes it's not really a dead draw, believe it or not. If you have Linkuriboh, this is Linkuriboh, big guys. So 1 Lazuli. Off to the spells. 3 Brilliant Fusions. This card is awesome. I love this card. It's like one of my favorite cards, just because I like playing it in Lice ones, Cyber Kaijus, now Mech Knights. So it's awesome. It gives it gives you that extra space. So if you go Brilliant, bring out the Seraphonite right here, you can summon a Mech Knight right in between that. So it gives you. So if you're going first, if your opponent makes you go first, and you happen to have this in your hand, it's not really dead. Because I noticed that a lot of Mech Knight players that don't play Brilliant, they say they gotta go first, and then they just end their turn, and then it's like a possible OTK from there, getting OTK'd. So that's the reason why I don't like getting OTK'd. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put up a fight, I'm gonna play the Brilliant. Field spell, Meltdown, because you're playing the Alistair, obviously, and on top of that, your opponent can negate a fusion summon. So if you're going Invocation, they can't negate that. Sorry, no Judgment, no Warning, none of that. 3 Invocations. A lot of people are playing 2. I play 3. I just like to see it. I like it. It doesn't bother me. You know, you can play 2 if you want. Again, player's preference. This is my preference. I like playing 3. If you guys are new to the invokes, basically once you activate it, you fusion summon, and you can actually return this to the deck, and then select an Alistair out your battle zone, add it to your hand. So I love this card. This card is pretty awesome. That's why I'm playing 3. I just want to see it. 1 Desires. You don't want to play more than 1. I think 1 is okay. It's fine. If I feel like if you play more, there's a possible chance that you're not playing a big Mech Knight engine. As you guys can see, like, this is pretty much your Mech Knight engine. And if you banish pretty much majority of all of them, you're kind of screwed, and you don't want to do that. So that's why I only play one. I take my chances with one, and it's been working. Like, I like it at one, and I'm definitely gonna keep it at one. For the spellbook engine, 2 knowledges, 2 secrets. I'm not playing Blue Boy. Obviously, you guys saw the monster lineup. No Blue Boy. This is pretty much your spellbook lineup right here. So this is just to search for the knowledge, and the knowledge is to get rid of the Alistair. Like, it's funny because I've had somebody actually ask me with Alistair, and then I'm like, okay, knowledge, and then I draw into the invocation. So it really didn't matter. So that's pretty much the lineup from right there. And then 2 mind controls. I feel like this card is I'm so shocked Konami put this at 3. I want to fit a 3rd one in here. I feel like you need to play play 3, especially because it's a go-to turn deck, and you can pretty much take. It's not once per turn. You take, if your opponent has 2 monsters on board and you have 2 mind controls, that's an instant right there under Clock Taker. It's an instant link. So I want to fit a 3rd one. I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure out what to take out to put a 3rd one. And then one Kaiju Slumper. Like I said, it's a go-to turn deck. If you draw this, wipe the board, you get a Kaiju. You get, now basically you wipe the board, gave your opponent a monster, and you also gave yourself a column. So now it's good. It's really good. Like if they have what's his name, Babuska on board, Kaiju, boom, you special, and then you go off from there. I love Kaiju Slumber. And the last 2 cards, Scapegoat. Scapegoat is amazing in here. Like, it's instant Borload or instant Sarija. I can never say his name. It's Cody. It's amazing. I really hope they don't hit Scapegoat. Like, they already hit my level eater. Please, Konami, do not hit my Scapegoat. It's the deck is actually 40, guys. Let me just put this, and we're gonna go straight into the extra deck for you guys. So extra deck, again, player's preference, tokens, because the Scapegoat. 1 Decode Talker. I think 1 is fine in this deck. It's not really, you go into him, and he's part of the OTK in this build. So yeah, just 1 Decode Talker, you know. And on top of that, if your opponent goes to target anything on board, you trivial monster, negate, destroy. So 1 Decode. 1 Saryuja, I think I said the name right. This I can't believe this. I wish the 4 cards you draw you can keep. Like, that would be so broken, but this card wins games. Believe it or not, it wins games. It lets you draw the 4, you put 3 back on the bottom, and you keep that 1 extra. You can special summon a monster. Basically whatever materials that you use to summon him, if you actually use 4 materials to summon him, you're gonna get the draw power, the free special summon, and then the boost. So I love Cody. Like, this card is so degenerate. If you have him, you have to play him in here. The 1 Borload, obviously, because it's Borload, it's freaking broken. Proxy Dragon, I barely go into him, but he's in there just in case. Mrs. Radiance, because Mrs. Radiance is because you play Scapegoat, and he helps go into the Borload and the Sarija. Under Clock Taker, this should have been at least a super in the OTS 7. Konami, what's going on with you guys? Like, it needs to. Link Spider, OTS 7, I'm getting this ultimate rare, guys. Beautiful. And then the 1 Link Karibo. Yeah, I want to try to either put another Link Karibo, but I don't know. So far, so good. I like it. I don't know if I will change it, but I was thinking about trying to play another Link Karibo. So I'm going to try it just to see, just to test. And then if I don't like it, I'll take it back out. So that's the Link lineup. Off to the fusions. Oh no, actually I got 1 more Link. And Gaia Saber. I play Gaia Saber because it's the generic 3. Like, if I really don't have anything else to go into, I'm gonna go into Gaia Saber. Like, the Scapegoats. The 3 Scapegoats alone gives them to you. But that's optional. And the reason why I threw them in there is because, like I said, the instant 3 Scapegoats and then the Brilliant, just in case I need a big beast stick, and then you can go Brilliant Fusion. It works. It really does work, guys. You can try it out. Fusions, 1 Elysium, 2 Mechabuzz. This card is so broken. 1 Megalancia, and then Purgatrio. Purgatrio's so broken in a mirror match. This shit is hilarious, especially when they got Scapegoat on board. You just like smack. Love it. Omega did it a few times to a couple people. And then Seraphonite, because you're playing the Brilliant Engine. So that is pretty much the invoked in the extra deck version. I thought about, to be honest guys, I really thought about putting like 2 rank 8s in here, because of the fact that like you could play Hope Harbinger just because you have 8s in here. Like you have the Gameciel, you have what's his name, you have a Nightfall in here, you also have, where is he, Dogadon. Like you actually have ways to actually, you have 8s that you can actually be able to do it. And I thought about it, but I don't know what to take out. I mean, you guys let me know what you guys think in the comment box below, what I can take out. You guys can change the extra deck the way you want it, like I said. And I feel like if you can fit Hope Harbinger in it, put Hope in there, because he's a free negate of a spell. And on top of that, if they try to attack any other monster on board, you can redirect it to him. So let's get straight to the side deck, guys. So first up, it's obviously the Cyframe engine, the 3 Gammas and the driver. You need to, I feel like you need to side this. I've seen some people meme it, but again, like if your opponent's going first, since this is a go-to turn deck, and if you win the die roll and you choose your opponent to go first, you stop a lot of their plays with this, and then you're getting 2 free monsters on board. Yeah, they get banished, but still you're negating something. Or even if you're going first yourself, and it's funny because it's happened. You can go, if I'm going first and I activate the Brilliant Engine, like because I want that zone, they go Ash, you can instantly go boom, and now you have extra materials to link with. So that's why I want to main it, simply because of that. I just gotta figure out how to fix it. I'll probably take the Ghost Ogres out and the Veiler, and then I gotta find one more room for the driver. I do want to keep the Ashes in, but that's what I really want to do. So definitely the Cyframe engine, guys. Next up, 2 Gores. Gores, because if your opponent tells you to go first and you can't play, like you don't have that Brilliant Engine, this prevents you from an OTK, and you get a big beater on board. On top of that, you get a token, so sometimes your opponent can't even get through the token or get through him, or sometimes both. And then also Trickstars, because if they burn you, boom, you get a free special summon. It specifically says if you take if like effect damage is like inflicted to you by your opponent, you know, they take the same amount. Like, so it's crazy. Like it's a go for, it's a okay example, like Candina, she burns you or something, boom, you both take the damage and you get a Gorge on board. So you definitely gotta, that's why I like it. It's supposed to be evenly, to be honest, but Omega has my evenlies right now, so I probably would take him out for my evenlies. The only reason why is because, again, you're going second, you're gonna wipe, you evenly will clear the board for you. But this does come clutch, so don't sleep on Gores, guys. Next up, the 1 Droll. Droll because Pendulum Magicians, Dracos, what else? Mirror matches. Not really with mirror matches, but sometimes it does come clutch with mirror matches. And a bunch of rogue decks like Magispectors. So, 1 Droll. I play 1 Raw Spear mode because, again, Pendulum Magicians, they go first and boom, that's it. Like, hello. And then you get to go off with your plays. This card is, I think this card is going to be really good sooner or later when Link starts spamming again, like how Spirals did it. So I'm trying to see how it works at 1. I may put it up to 2, but I don't know yet. I'm still working on the side deck, guys. Side deck is player's preference. Everything here is player's preference, and I've been changing the side deck a lot lately just to see how it goes. Then 2 Called by the Graves. I call it Cradle to the Grave, if y'all seen that movie with DMX. But Called to the Grave, I have a 3rd one. I thought about it, but like, this card is cool, especially mirror matches where you can banish the Alistar out their grave when they go Invocation, or they try to Ash you or Ghost over you. Anything that's gonna stop you, this stops it. So, and then you get it out of the game and they can't use it for the rest of the turn. So it does work. It does work. Like, I really like it. I want to try. I'm gonna try it at 3. Probably this weekend I'll try it at 3, but I'm not too sure. But you guys definitely gotta get that. 2 System Downs. ABCs is like one of my hardest matchups. I don't know if it's like me, but I always have problems going up against ABCs. Like, Proper Lies plays ABCs, and he's just really good at it. So I have to side this on him all the time. So and on top of that, you're starting to see a little bit of Cosmos come back, believe it or not. And but it's mainly for the ABC play. Like, I lose to Buster a lot. I'm just a bad player like that, guys. And then the last three is Anti-Spell, Pendulum Magicians. I'm scared of that deck. Pendulum Magicians are really dangerous. Like, Konami has to hit that Astrograph. And, you know, SS Hot Potatoes always plays around us, but sometimes he can't. So I just feel like if it depends who the player is. If you're a really good player, you can play around us. If you can't, then I win. So definitely Anti-Spell should be always in somebody's side deck. Doesn't matter what it is. It slows any deck down, including this deck in a mirror match, believe it or not. So it basically says, this card basically says which one of you are the best player, is the best player. That's what it basically says. Who's going to play what first. It's pretty cool, especially when you got Scapegoat phase down. You set that as Scapegoat, and then you can basically standby phase, activate, and then at their end phase you go Scapegoat. It's hilarious. So there you guys have it. That's pretty much the deck profile. Again, 40 in the main deck, 15, and then 15. Guys, thank you for watching. So there you guys have it. That was my Brilliant Mech Knight deck profile. Now, I put the Brilliant engine in it just because I wanted to be a little bit different from what Omega gave you guys on the last video. And on top of that, I've noticed that every time Omega goes first, he can't do anything. However, the Brilliant engine gives you a chance fighting if you draw it, simply because of the fact, like, you play Brilliant Fusion, you bring out the Seraphonite, and then right underneath there you have that extra spot to put a Mech Knight in it. Now you can put Nightfall in it, trigger Nightfall to search for what's his name, Eclipse, summon Eclipse, move Eclipse, summon Blue Sky, and then it's pretty decent because now you have 2 Mech Knights, an additional summon on there because of the Seraphonite, and then you can actually link into like maybe Underclock Taker or something, and then knowing your next standby phase, Nightfall is coming back. So I was able to do that, and I really like how it plays like that because it gives you that fighting chance if you end up going first. Now it's a chance taking because you may not even draw that Brilliant engine, but if you do, you actually going pretty plus. And even now, even if you set up with a board like that and you end up having the like Ashen and you having the hand traps, you may have a fighting chance into it. And it's also possible to even go OTK. Like, I've even done it against Omega. Omega can tell you himself. You still have that fighting chance, whether you going first or second. Now, if you're going second and they don't stop that Brilliant engine, you can really OTK with Decode Talker, 2 Mech Knights, and maybe even something else on board. So that's why I decided to build the Brilliant engine, just because I wanted to know. I lose the dice roll all the time, and every time I do, my opponent either wants to go first, but if they got a go-to deck, like my Cyber Kaijus for an example, they're gonna make you go first. They are, especially if you're doing a mirror match, they're gonna be like, no, you're going first because they need to play second. So I wanted to go up against it like that. So other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy the deck profile, and if you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And my apologies again for being on absence. Again, just work, life. But I do hope you guys still enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to show some love to support Team Truth as well. Guys, thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see y'all at the next video. Later. And when I pull up to